Hi, welcome to Wednesday's Words of Worship. I'm Kevin. During this season of this COVID mess, I've heard the topic of eschatology resurface among Christians. And maybe you've heard people talking about the end times too since COVID appeared, or since we've had the hurricanes or some of those unusual earthquakes. Historically, we have been fixated on the end of the world, on death, the rapture, judgment, and the final destiny of the soul of humankind. Now, for some of us, the study of the end times can be a little intimidating, maybe overwhelming, and maybe even a little bit scary. And it seems every time a new tragedy strikes, we're ready to begin predicting when the end of the world might come. Now, I'm not going to make any predictions on the imminent second coming of Christ. I do, however, believe that there are events happening or in preparation that can be attached to some of the biblical prophecies and precautions. So what should we be doing as Christians? First of all, we should be ready. Matthew 24:36 tells us that no one knows the day or the hour, not even the angels in heaven, not even the Son, but only the Father. Harold Camping made several predictions about the world coming to an end or the rapture taking place on a certain date. But each of his predictions was wrong. Now, interestingly, the next chapter in Matthew, chapter 25, has several examples about being ready. Jesus teaches we need to be ready for the unexpected event. And these are specific references to his second coming. So even though we don't know the day and the time of Jesus' second coming, we need to be ready. And by being ready, I mean making sure that you're secure your eternity in heaven and in the presence of God by accepting his free gift of forgiveness through faith in Jesus Christ and his work on the cross. None of us is worthy on our own merits to earn eternity in heaven. We need God's free gift of forgiveness and salvation and to establish a growing relationship with him. So be ready. Then be reassured. As Christians, you and I believe that Jesus Christ will come back from heaven. The dead in Christ will rise, and those who are alive among us will be caught up to heaven. Now, we believe in the imminence of this rapture. And in verse 37 of Matthew 24, it says, "As it was in the days of Noah, so it will be at the coming of the Son of Man." Now remember in Genesis how people mocked Noah before the flood, and people will mock us the closer we get to the end times. We're seeing levels of evil in our world that defy our human logic and morals, and persecution, restrictions, and discriminations against the church are rising. So continue to be reassured that Jesus will come again. So be ready, be reassured, and be relentless. Stay strong in your faith. Lean into it in your relationship with God closer than ever before, and be willing to share the gospel of Jesus Christ with any who will listen. The imminence of the rapture should cause us all to live more godly lives and to motivate us to tell others the good news of Jesus Christ and his love for them, and his grace, his mercy, and his forgiveness. So while we're waiting Jesus to return, we're to be faithful and wise servants. If we remain faithful, he promises his believers a reward. Greg Laurie says that the responsibilities and opportunities that we have are privileges from the Lord, and they're occasions to show our faithfulness in this life. Jesus is coming back again, and it could happen at any moment. So be ready, be reassured, and be relentless. And when he comes again, we'll worship God together forever. Hey, thanks for listening. I'm Kevin, and I hope to see you again next week.